You're listening to the Core Factors audio library, spoken versions of Core Factors articles and research. This piece is titled Emotional Intelligence in an AI Workplace: The Human Advantage. The following narration preserves the original content and context of the written article.
Emotional Intelligence in an AI Workplace: The Human Advantage. The conversation about artificial intelligence has shifted. It has moved from automation to augmentation, from replacing human work to redefining it. As organizations adopt AI to manage data, streamline decisions, and accelerate communication, one truth has become clear. The more technology shapes how we work, the more human skills determine how well we work. In this environment, emotional intelligence is not a complement to technical skill. It is the differentiator. As AI takes on more analytical and operational tasks, success increasingly depends on what machines cannot replicate: empathy, judgment, adaptability, and trust. These are the capacities that allow people to collaborate, interpret nuance, and make ethically grounded decisions. Emotional intelligence is not a counterbalance to data. It is the mechanism that helps humans apply technology responsibly. Without it, organizations risk turning efficiency gains into relational and cultural losses. Research on global human capital trends shows that technology adoption succeeds only when human capability evolves in parallel. Emotional intelligence represents that capability. The emotional challenge of an intelligent workplace. AI integration brings both opportunity and emotional strain. Workforce research shows that digital confidence is now one of the leading barriers to transformation. Employees worry about relevance. Leaders face information overload. Hybrid teams struggle to maintain trust in technology-mediated communication. The emotional cost is subtle but significant. When AI automates tasks that were once central to a role, people question their identity and value. Leaders must help individuals navigate uncertainty, manage ambiguity, and maintain a sense of belonging in environments where systems, not supervisors, often deliver feedback. Across organizations, three emotional themes consistently emerge: anxiety about relevance, fear of being replaced or left behind by automation, trust in data versus trust in people. Over-reliance on algorithmic outputs can erode interpersonal confidence. Connection in hybrid work. Digital communication obscures tone and empathy, increasing the risk of misunderstanding. Workforce studies consistently show that disengagement rises sharply when emotional connection declines, particularly in remote or technology-heavy environments. Technical proficiency cannot solve that problem. Emotional literacy can. Emotional intelligence as the human advantage. AI processes data faster and more precisely, but it cannot interpret the context in which decisions are made. Humans, guided by emotional intelligence, provide meaning, empathy, and ethics to those decisions. Core Factors EQ Accelerator defines 4 measurable quadrants that explain how people remain effective amid technological change. The 4 quadrants of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness. This quadrant reflects recognizing one's emotional responses to change and uncertainty. Leaders high in self-awareness notice when resistance to automation stems from fear or pride and adjust their mindset accordingly. Other awareness. This quadrant reflects understanding how others experience transformation. Empathy helps leaders interpret hesitation as anxiety rather than non-compliance. Self-regulation. This quadrant reflects managing stress and impulsive reactions in fast-moving digital environments. Adaptability and optimism sustain composure when systems fail or roles evolve. Other engagement. This quadrant reflects using emotional insight to foster trust and collaboration between humans and systems. The EQ Accelerator measures both how effective these behaviors are and how important individuals believe they should be. The gap between importance and effectiveness reveals where intention and performance diverge. When employees rate adaptability as critical, but score themselves lower on effectiveness, it signals a struggle to sustain change. Identifying these gaps allows practitioners to target development that builds both competence and confidence. Emotional intelligence as a bridge between humans and machines. AI systems thrive on data, but they depend on humans for interpretation. Emotional intelligence ensures that this partnership functions responsibly. It provides a framework for balancing speed with discernment and efficiency with empathy. Emotional intelligence strengthens three essential human-machine dynamics: judgment and bias correction. AI reflects the biases present in its data. Emotionally intelligent leaders recognize when algorithmic outputs conflict with organizational values and advocate for fairness. Communication and trust. When teams rely on AI tools for feedback or analysis, tone and nuance can disappear. Leaders with strong emotional intelligence maintain psychological safety by interpreting data through a human lens. Resilience and adaptability. Automation reshapes roles continuously. Emotional intelligence helps individuals reframe disruption as growth, sustaining engagement and creativity through uncertainty. Research shows that organizations emphasizing empathy, transparency, and adaptability alongside AI capability are more likely to realize long-term performance gains. Machines may execute tasks. Humans, guided by emotional intelligence, give technology purpose. From awareness to action, developing EQ in the digital era. The ability to measure and develop emotional intelligence gives organizations a tangible way to strengthen their human advantage. Through the EQ Accelerator, leaders can track how emotional behaviors evolve as technology changes. The what, so what, now. What model translates insight into action? What? Identify the data point. For example, a low self-regulation score during system change. So what? Examine the impact: reduced patience, reactive communication, slower adoption. Now what? Apply targeted strategies, peer coaching, reflective practice, intentional pauses to rebuild balance and adaptability. For learning professionals, this structure turns emotional insight into measurable development. Each cycle of reflection and action strengthens resilience, ensuring emotional growth keeps pace with technological advancement. Building emotionally intelligent AI cultures. Organizations that succeed with AI treat it as a cultural transformation, not just a technical deployment. Intelligent systems change power dynamics, workflows, and trust. Without attention to emotion, even well-designed technology can fragment teams. Building emotionally intelligent AI cultures involves several practices. Model transparency. Communicate clearly about what technologies do, why they matter, and how they affect roles. Encourage dialogue. Create safe spaces for skepticism and concern, turning resistance into constructive feedback. Integrate EQ into onboarding. Pair technical instruction with empathy, adaptability, and communication skill development. Use EQ data to monitor readiness. Tracking self-regulation and other awareness over time helps leaders anticipate burnout or disengagement. Trust and inclusion determine whether AI initiatives scale successfully. Emotional intelligence ensures automation enhances, rather than erodes, human connection. The practitioner's role: humanizing digital transformation. For learning and talent professionals, the rise of AI expands the responsibility to humanize digital transformation. Technical skill enables adoption. Emotional skill sustains it. Practitioners can lead by assessing emotional readiness before implementation, designing blended learning that combines system training with emotional skill development, evaluating impact through EQ data, engagement metrics, and retention trends, coaching leaders to respond with empathy and composure during uncertainty. By embedding emotional intelligence into transformation efforts, practitioners ensure that people advance alongside technology. The future of the human advantage. As artificial intelligence becomes embedded in every layer of work, the most valuable differentiator will remain human: the ability to connect, communicate, and make sense of complexity. Emotional intelligence defines high-functioning teams in an AI-driven world. The future workplace will depend less on how much AI can do and more on how well humans partner with it. Through tools such as the EQ Accelerator, organizations can measure and develop the emotional capacities that guide responsible, human-centered innovation. The true competitive advantage in an AI-driven economy is not artificial. It is emotional intelligence, the human ability to bring empathy, ethics, and meaning to everything technology makes possible.
This concludes the audio version of this Core Factors article, and you can read the full written version and explore related research at corefactors.com.